I have a concern. What now? I want to speak to the person who started questioning things you were taught never to question. Asking why doesn't mean you've lost your way. Sometimes it means you're finally making sure the way is actually yours. I want to speak to the parents raising children who are allowed to respectfully disagree. You realize respect doesn't require silence. You're raising a child with a voice, not one who's afraid to use it. I want to speak to the person teaching your children that adults can be wrong too. I'm grown was never supposed to make somebody automatically right. I want to speak to the parents who don't force their children to hug or kiss people. You're teaching them early that loving somebody doesn't give that person automatic access to their body. I want to speak to the person setting boundaries with family. DNA explains the relationship, it doesn't excuse disrespect. I want to speak to the person who started asking where certain family traditions actually came from. We've always done it. This way tells you how long something existed. It doesn't tell you whether it was ever healthy. I want to speak to the person questioning things you were taught in church. Studying scripture for yourself isn't disrespecting what you were taught. Faith should be strong enough to survive an honest question. I want to speak to the person realizing some things you call biblical were actually cultural. Sometimes we inherited somebody's interpretation and treated it like God's signature was underneath it. I want to speak to the person who stopped keeping family secrets just because exposing the truth might embarrass somebody. Protecting the family's image should never require sacrificing somebody else's healing. I want to speak to the person who doesn't want their children to fear them. You realized obedience produced by fear isn't the same thing as respect built through relationship. I want to speak to the person who decided certain things are ending with you. Your children don't have to inherit everything you survived just because somebody handed it to you. We want to leave you with one final word. You can honor where you came from without repeating everything that came from there. Keep what produced good fruit, question what didn't, and have the courage to do better with what you know now.